Hello out there, this is DZ, your Overlord Dezeran, and welcome back to the Silver Case. Now, let's check on Red. Red, lend me your wisdom. You're not just living in elegance, right? I mean, you can't understand me anyway, but still. Oh yeah, the old guy. What? Should I have checked the computer? Not sure if I've checked the computer. I might have done that in the last part. I don't remember. Where the hell are we going? Is our computer still screwed? I can't rely on the HC unit. I'm sick of waiting for mail from the Bat, too. If I'm gonna proceed further, I'm gonna have to talk to the old survivor from Mikumo. He'd know who the two boys were. I need to move. Two boys? I thought there were three boys. So why do you keep saying two? Yamikumo Apartments. I went to the address I got from Erica, and it ended up being a small, dingy apartment building. When I knocked on the door, an old man with the veins bulging out of his temples stuck his face through. He looked a bit clammy and sick. I came to ask you about Mikumo, I told him. For some reason, he seemed to smirk at my statement. He invited me into his apartment with a smile. Okay. Pardon me, I'm not in the best of health. I see. Go ahead and lie down, don't mind me. So, what do you need? There were 3 kids in Mikumo, right? Oh, the kids. Yeah, they were there. I want to know what happened to those kids. You got any smokes? Huh? Oh, yeah. Here you go. Please, tell me what you know. Hey. What is it? That's good. These are some good smokes. That's wonderful. But yeah, that was some terrible stuff. You mean what happened 20 years ago? Those kids had grown up together. They were really close. Always getting into mischief together. And while I was sleeping, they shaved my beard off. Like, really cleanly and nicely. No, wait. That was my grandkids. Come on, buddy. Oh yeah. Those 3 kids had a leader. Born into a poor factory worker's family. What was the name again? Really clever kid. Is that the princess? The right-hand man. Oh yeah, it was a boy named Fuyuki. He didn't talk much, but he was a smart kid. So that's the first guy. There was another selfish little boy named Kiseki, too. So that's the second guy. And what happened? What happened? Some really bad stuff. They ganged up on the kids, did some horrible stuff to them. What did they do? The first kid, they gouged his eyes out. Then they sewed his eyes shut with a needle and thread. Oh, God. Another one had his mouth filled with oil and sewn shut. The last one had his ears stabbed out with a stick and had his eardrums crushed. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. Seriously? So that's what happened to them. So who is see no evil, who is speak no evil, and who is hear no evil? As far as who was which, that's all lost in the fog of my memory. So then the bat is... probably hear no evil. So wait, who's... is Sumio the bat? 20 years ago, there were 3 friends, a girl and 2 boys. Wait a minute, what? For some reason, the girl was horribly assaulted by the violent mob of people from Mikumo and was raped. Oh god. The 2 boys tried to save her, but they were captured by the violent mob. The 3 had their eyes, ears, and mouths shut. This is what that riddle from the bat was talking about. They were drenched in oil, or just attacked with it, stabbed, and were sewn up with a needle and thread. Who was eaten by their parents? That means their parents turned a blind eye to what was happening to them. The bat can write mails, so he can't speak or hear. The one who had their eyes gouged out. Oh, so he can't speak or can't hear. The one who had their eyes gouged out and sewn up was either the girl or the one who isn't the bat. The one who had oil poured into their mouth and had it sewn up was also either the girl or the other one who isn't the bat. And now the 2 boys are attempting to get revenge for what happened 20 years ago. They're after Yukimura, the one responsible for causing the pollution and everything else. But there were 3 boys. When I get home, I gotta restore my desktop PC. No, before that, I gotta clean out the turtle's tank. But... what? Wasn't there 3 boys? Looks fine. Well, the hard disk is clean. I guess this'll do just fine. Oh. Final warning. I'm warning you, if you don't reply, your contract will be terminated. You're almost out of time. My computer got fucked up by a virus and I couldn't send any mails. Sorry about that. About the bat. He must be a Kamui believer. I heard his name among some rumors on the internet. He hasn't mailed me back again yet. Apart from that, I have absolutely no info. So, conversely, if you've got any info, I'd like you to share it with me. I'm still investigating and I'll keep going. Just a quick note, that is all. Way to kick the fucking hornet's nest. I can't tell the client about the time the bat crashed into my chat. It would break my non-disclosure agreement, as I was chatting with Erica. I can't explain that. Why was the girl at Mikumo raped and beaten? There must be a reason she was sacrificed. If I know who she was, I could probably figure that out, too. The eagle does not catch flies. Even if an eagle is starving to death, it won't reduce itself to eating garbage. Well. Huh. So the one with the sewn up mouth is the one we saw at the plant. This keeps getting weirder and weirder. So Sumio... It's been a while. I guess it has. By the way, whatever happened with those riddles you were talking about? Oh yeah, those. I finally worked them all out. Then I went on a little trip. I knew it. So you won a trip after all. Thanks to you. In that case, how about a drink? I guess I have no choice. Fix yourself one of whatever you like. Morning, Red. Trophy earned turtle lover. That bartender got me absolutely shit-faced last night. Whatever, it's fine every once in a while. Clouds. 3 of them. Alright. Gotta call the HC unit. Actually, fuck it. I won't be able to catch anyone anyway. Computer. Oh god, okay. DNNet news update. Yukimura Mansion bombers commit suicide. Okay. The perpetrators of the bombing of Yukimura Group Chairman Yukimura's mansion on July 11th were found to have committed suicide. According to reports, there were 2 suspects, both of whom were unemployed with no known address. Currently, the location, time, and motive for the suicides have yet to be publicized, but the police are expected to make an announcement soon. Follow-up report. With the press embargo, this is still top secret, but it looks like Chairman Yukimura was kidnapped. The kidnappers were 2 people from Mikumo 77, Fuyuki and Hiseki. Okay. But Hiseki died immediately after the Yukimura mansion bombing, so it looks like the main perpetrator was Fuyuki. Although there was an embargo on Fuyuki and Hiseki's suicides too, it was broken. Hiseki was blind, and Fuyuki, the one who jumped into the smokestack and killed himself, was a deaf mute. Now don't freak out, but both men had their eyes and mouths sewn shut. So most of what the bat had said matches up. I never thought this whole thing would get this bad. But why did those 2 return Chairman Yukimura unharmed and then kill themselves? Maybe Hiseki dying messed up their plan, and so Fuyuki decided to die too? Something is definitely not right here. This whole case is still full of mysteries. This mail has been set to reach you on a specific date. I'm not the bat. My name is Hiseki. Oh god. This is probably pretty disappointing for you. When I first received your mistaken mail, it was kind of fun, and so as thanks, no, actually as a prank, I chose you to be a spectator for my little parade. You are apparently quite a good spectator. I'm happy about that. Do you like parade fireworks? Oh god. The bat was Hiseki. No. I just thought he was the bat, but it turned out that I happened to have been talking to Hiseki all along. But why was he able to write mails even though he was blind? I don't know. I'm really confused. Because wasn't... something's not adding up. One carton of the regular. Here you go. Placebo, right? It's hot again today. Well, it's summer, so... By the way, do you have good eyesight? Not especially. I can just make out the 88 on that big sign way over there. That's actually BA from Bath. Oh. I guess I didn't notice. It's not a problem of noticing. What do you do when you watch TV and stuff? I turn the volume way up so I can see properly. Turning the volume way up. That's basically the same as seeing, right? Wait a second. Sound. Huh? What is it? I was sure that in the other one it said there were 3 boys and a girl. And that should be the information he got too, isn't it? It turns out that blind internet users aren't rare at all. There are all sorts of systems for the blind, like voice input, text reading functions, all kinds of shit. I feel like Hiseki is the kind of guy you just can't hate. He was almost definitely the bomber, but apart from that, when I think about our back and forth via mail, he really had good sense for that sort of prank. I don't know how good of a spectator I was, though. I received my final mail from the Bat, or Hiseki, rather. I'll forward it to you. He likely died because of what they planned to do. I think the stuff these guys were doing was all part of the plan from the beginning. The HC unit is probably handling Yukimura's kidnapping. Either way, since the guy is really well known, the embargo should be on for a while. It'll be a while before I can get info from the HC unit again. I wonder if Yukimura is really unharmed. Considering Hiseki and Fuyuki's feelings, it's pretty hard to think that Yukimura would come back totally unscathed. I don't care about the mystery anymore. Once the media gets hold of this, all the bullshit is gonna start flying again. Whatever. Anyway, apparently while I was searching for the Bat, I ended up finding a different one instead. The blood-sucking type. Pretty fucked up dude. I wonder if they ever made it to the princess after all. What? What do you mean? Is it like the story that Sumio was telling? They went to try and save her. The princess was already dead. Morning, Red. I've been getting up pretty early recently, huh? Well, maybe not that early. Yesterday, the weather report said it would be raining today. Looks pretty sunny out to me. Okay. Telephone? That wasn't the phone, was it? No. Alright, computer. Computron. Favor. It looks like something happened to the old survivor from Mikumo. I got a call from the old lady living next door to him this morning. She didn't know who to call, so she saw my business card and called me. At this point, it looks like he'll be okay, but he could take a turn for the worse at any time. I want to go talk to him ASAP, but all sorts of stuff about the Yukimura news has been popping up and I can't get away. Could you go and check on him for me, please? Get a hold of me later tonight and I should be able to drive out there. I guess that's best to talk to the old man before he dies off. That may end up not even being a joke. Turn your hand up, the clouds. Turn it down, the rain. Human nature easily changes like turning your hand over, and is unreliable like the changing of clouds and rain. Huh. Okay. I'm honestly really curious about this. En route. There's some really fishy shit going down. I guess I should hurry. Huh. Okay. Oh, I don't like this music. I really don't like this music. I hope the old dude's okay. Huh? Oh. Do you have any relatives close by? I've been living here on my own for years now. But the old lady next door takes good care of me. So I do okay. Really? By the way, you're... Oh, it's you! Do you really remember me? Yeah. Fuyuki. Good to see you, boy. It's Morishima. I'm Fuyuki's friend. I see. Yeah. I know the name of one more, too. Kisuke. No, wait. Hiseki. Hiseke. Or Hiseki. Oh, yeah. And the girl. Riru. Riru? That's her name? Yeah. A relative of the Yukimura family. The Yukimura family? I see. So this Riru girl was sacrificed by the crazy mob because of her ties to the Yukimura family. You didn't know that? No. Sorry, it's the first I've heard of it. The fourth poem. Eaten by their parents. So that's what that meant. And one more. Huh? The deaf one. I remembered. Huh? What are you talking about? The deaf one, that was Riru, wasn't it? Hiseki, have you forgotten? What? Your boss, right? Who is... Come on, buddy, old man. It's still too early to die just yet. I can't believe you've forgotten. I guess you must have gone soft in the head, too. The fuck are you talking about? My boss? Was there one more person? Oh yeah. What the fuck? This guy, man. Who? Oh. Did he just die on us? Yeah, it was 3 boys and a princess. 5 days later. So, Sumio is deaf? Was that a thing? Like, did that ever come up? I'm not sure it did. I don't remember, though. I suppose it would make sense where he's the only one that didn't have something sewn shut. How's it going, Red? Morning, Red. That Fairytale, it's gonna be over soon. Mm-hmm. Nice weather. Phone? I guess I don't really need to make a call. Now, we wait. Okay, so he just figured out that there was someone else. Rain stopping at night means rain. Rain that stops falling during the night will rarely last long. Okay. Weekly Lovers, The Amazing World of Carnivorous Plants. Carnivorous Plant World Celebrity, Nepenthes rafflesiana. Nepenthes zybridahort. Vectex mast. What? A hanging perennial plant. Its leaf tips have 10 to 15 centimeter bug-catching bags. The top is cylindrical and the bottom is egg-shaped and green. It also sometimes becomes reddish. It is a hybrid of the Nepenthes cassiana and the Nepenthes gracilis, created in 1963. Topics. 50 people can win a Nepenthes rafflesiana stuffed toy via lottery. At 60 centimeters, it's perfect for use as a pillow or cushion. Two types, green and red. A photo of the toy has been uploaded to the website. It's a really funny Nepenthes rafflesiana stuffed toy. Campaign now in progress before it goes on sale in September. Check the website for details. How to grow Nepenthes rafflesiana. Almost the same as the Sarracenia purpurea. Grow in a well-lit, humid place. When splitting the plant, be careful not to destroy it. Reader opinions. AK. I'm growing a Nepenthes ventricosa. Compared to other Nepenthes, this one is fat for some reason, but that makes it even cuter. Okay. It's already August. It should be hotter. Shit, I totally forgot about whittling that wood. I should probably play with you, too. What should we do? Sorry, Red. I'll give you some shrimp later. Okay, we got a call. Hello? It's me. Erica? Did something happen? It looks like the embargo will be lifted any time now. The embargo, huh? If this were an embargo on Israel, I bet it would have been lifted years ago. Are you trying to be funny? Why do you always have to screw around like that? I'm not screwing around. This is just how I was written, that's all. Whatever. Listen. The weather hasn't been this nice in a long time, right? The weather's been pretty ugly recently, you know? Why don't we go fishing? Are you asking me out? It was worth a try, I guess. I'm hanging up now. Okay, bye. Well, that went well. Oh, news update. 11 dead in Snow Tower terrorist bombing. At approximately 11 p.m. on July 31st, Snow Tower, which houses the Yukimura Group's HQ, was blown up. The entire building was destroyed and 11 people were killed. Miraculously, there were fewer casualties than normally would be expected. The bombing is assumed to be related to the earlier Yukimura Mansion bombing. At this point, nobody has come forward to take credit for the bombing. Additionally, the victims killed in the explosion were Yukimura Group Chairman Yukimura and 10 members of the board. Since it was a holiday, regular employees and security staff were away and therefore not injured. I guess I'll get going then. What the hell? Seppuku Street, Harakiri, BC. What? Excuse me? Oh, Harakiri Batting Center on Seppuku Street. How lovely. Hi. If you're looking for Tetsu, he's not here. Actually, today I'm here to see you. Me? I want you to tell me a fairy tale. Go ask your mommy. My mommy isn't here, and that blind kid is dead, so... It's a long story. But if you don't mind, a long story sounds nice. Don't blame me if you fall asleep partway through. Oh... Is that Sumio? That's Sumio, isn't it? I think we've reached the end of report number 3. I'll go ahead and try to finish it out. Oh boy. How's it going, Red? Morning, Red. Hot again today. Alright. Window. Nothing to say about it. Telephone. Nothing. Alright, let's just... I think this will be the last thing we do for this report. Mikumo 77 bombed. Today at noon, just 34 hours after the Snow Tower bombing, the Mikumo 77 area, once developed as an industrial area by the Yukimura Group, was suddenly bombed, causing an explosion covering a 4-kilometer radius. Considering the previous bombings, it is thought that someone attempting to destroy the Yukimura Group is likely responsible. However, the perpetrator is as of yet unknown, and no one has yet claimed responsibility. Additionally, there are currently no residents in Mikumo 77, and it is assumed that no one was killed or injured. Okay. Today's word. Friendship is a plant that needs watering often. To have a friendship continue indefinitely, you need to meet often and provide love often. Do I talk to Red? You've gotten big again. How about it? We should go fishing together. Or maybe just sunbathing, I guess. Okay. I guess I'll just write it all up at once. Here we go. Sumio answered almost all of the questions I had, all off the record, of course. I just showed him the 4 nails. I just showed him the 4 mails I received from Hiseki. Sumio checked them all. I'll call Sumio, Fuyuki, and Hiseki the Mikumo Boys. The Mikumo Boys were childhood friends. Sumio had been their leader for the entire 20 years. 20 years ago, there was a beautiful girl named Riru Yukimura who was like the 3 boys' idol. Riru was raised in a branch family of the Yukimura group and is a distant relative. Riru's family was given some of the Mikumo 77 land. Sometime later, the pollution problem at Mikumo 77 came to light. Makumo was surrounded by a photochemical smog, and the river was full of water polluted by that narcotic. Soon, anti-industrial protests at the factory would begin as well, with demonstrations filling the streets every Sunday. Residents sarcastically referred to this as the parade. The parade would get more and more lively each weekend, and then one day, the residents formed a violent mob and attacked the Yukimura house. The residents, all fucked up from the narcotic in the water, were terrified of the extremely beautiful and early maturing Riru and believed she was a witch. Really? Dear God. Riru became a symbol of the Yukimura family who had caused them so much pain and suffering. That day, Riru's parents, terrified of the encroaching mob, left their daughter at home on her own and ran away. Wow. The Makumo boys barely managed to save Riru from the mob and brought her to the mountains to escape. But while Sumio was looking away, Riru was taken away by the mob. Oh God. Riru was sacrificed and died. Because they tried to help her, an example was made of the three boys. For hearing Riru's words and being enchanted, Sumio had his ears stabbed out. For seeing Riru's cute disguise and being fooled, Hiseki had his eyes sewn shut. And for swearing allegiance to the demon Riru, Fuyuki had his mouth sewn shut. And then the Makumo boys spent the next 20 years silently plotting their revenge on everyone. Sumio joined the HC unit. He became really good at lip reading and learned to control his intonation when speaking. He faked all of his physical tests at the Central Police Academy and bribed an examiner to pass him for the hearing tests. Wow. He used special radios and cell phones created by Hiseki to avoid being found out. Hiseki developed software that would convert incoming transmissions into Braille. This software was installed into all communications devices used by Sumio. The Makumo boys' goal was simple: the complete and utter destruction of the Yukimura concern. They put their plans into motion. For the Yukimura mansion bombing, while Sumio gathered security for his stakeout, Fuyuki kidnapped Chairman Yukimura and confirmed that there was nobody left at the house, and then Hiseki blew it up. After that, Hiseki committed suicide as planned to ensure that they couldn't be traced. He had already set up the bomb at Snow Tower before killing himself. At the same time, Fuyuki and Chairman Yukimura on lockdown. Fuyuki had Chairman Yukimura on lockdown. Fuyuki sent 2 videos to Investigation HQ to show them that Yukimura was still alive. Sumio met with the locked-up chairman several times and made a promise with him to get him to destroy the Yukimura group himself. Forced to make a painful choice, Yukimura finally agreed. Fuyuki demands the ransom. Once it's received, he throws himself into the smokestack. Another suicide just as planned. Then Chairman Yukimura blows up Snow Tower by his own hand. The Yukimura group has now been scattered to the wind. But the story doesn't end here. The Makumo boys' final target was Makumo 77. They still had the purification of the cursed land on which Makumo 77 stood, and the release of Riru's restless soul to take care of. Sumio didn't mention it, but there was no way the Makumo boys would let that dilapidated town remain. Anyone who's seen the grotesque remnants of Makumo 77 would agree. Does Sumio plan to die? Or does he plan to atone for his sins by continuing to live on? Where did Fuyuki and Hiseki's hopes lie? Of course, I have no idea. Princess Aurora slept the sleep of death at the top of the tower. Princess Aurora was reborn as beautiful as ever, but over the past 20 years, Riru would have been mummified and her remains would be turning to dust by now. This parade must have begun from the feeling that the princess couldn't be returned to such a filthy place. so it wasn't just 2 boys. That's where I first fucked up. Final riddle. I worked out the final riddle we had overlooked. By the way, August 2nd, 1979 was the day Riru died. As for 77564, when I showed it to Sumio, he laughed and answered. Apparently it was the secret code he told Yukimura to use to blow up Snow Tower. 77564. Only the memories of the princess and the 3 boys. The clouds are dirtied black, and the village died out. Then a nightmare-eating chimera disappears along with the wind. The wording was purposely confusing. This is just a simple joke, basically. This was the bomb warning that Hiseki gave me. A princess and 3 boys. Only their memories. Mikumo was dirtied black, and once the Yukimura group had been wiped out. The nightmare-eating explosion disappeared with it. Okay. Well. Damn. I is coming soon. Or AI. Shell shock. So that's what really happened. Alright. Well, it's a little bit longer, but we finished Report 3. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, Trophy Earned Moon, and share it with anyone else you think might enjoy it. If you want to suggest a game, leave it in the comments below, and check out links in the description for the silver case on Steam, although this is the PS4 version that I'm playing. This game... I don't know what to say. Like, it's odd, and yet at the same time, the story in this is so... like, it really does pull you in, but then I guess that's partly due to the visual novel style of this. I mean, it is basically a visual novel, although you do move around at some points and make choices, kind of. But either way, in the next part, we'll be looking at Case 4, Kamuidrome. Oh, listen to that music. Until then, though, this is DZ, your Overlord Deseran. You all have a great day, and I'll see ya.